Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Simlight Sage. In today's video, we're going to continue on with the retro road trip star path in Disney Dreamlight Valley. So in the last episode, I had some issues with trying to talk to Sadness because it kept saying she was in her home, and every time I would go there, she was actually not there. So while I was doing some off-camera stuff, I ended up finding Sadness, went ahead and talked to her and got her to level 2, and we are currently hanging out with her right now because one of our duties is to spend time with a sorrowful emotion. But I'm going to go ahead and collect the talk with a sorrowful emotion since I already did that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start collecting some shoreline shellfish. But before we do that, we're going to go into the routine duties for week 2. So in our last video, we still had to give villagers their favorite gifts and make small talk with some characters. I was working on completing some old quests that I had been putting off and helping get some of my villagers leveled up. So that ended up getting us to our 10 out of 10 favorite gifts for our villagers. And then our 6 out of 6 make small talk. So we're going to go ahead and collect those. And then our week 3 routine duties unlock in 43 hours. So with that, we're going to go ahead and track our shellfish. And we can also give the sea turtle critters their favorite food. I don't think I have any seafood on me, but we can always fish some if we need to. All right, let's head back to the other side.
Oh, I just know we're going to be good friends. The Agrabah sure could take some lessons in kindness from the village.
Now, when we go to feed our sea turtles their favorite their favorite meal, I don't think it has to be different ones. I think we can do it for the same one. So I'm going to run and grab some seaweed. Alright, then we're going to head back down to the beach and feed the critters and then collect the last 2 shoreline shellfish that we need. I was about to say there was one right over here. Key to feeding sea turtles, if you have never done it before, is you just have to stand by them long enough. They'll register that you're a nice person and that you're going to give them something. Alright, so we finished that. So we're going to go feed this sea turtle over here. I have not unlocked all of the companions, so I am going to feed all of the different ones the seaweed while they're out. All right, let's go find the other sea turtle.
What a perfect day for a race!
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and feed him 2 more times because that should then equal 5. All right, so we got both of those done, so let's go ahead and collect those. All right, so now we need to continue mining for white gems, mine for square gems, and mine for oval gems. So we're gonna go and mine for white gems while we're hanging out with Sadness, since she is our mining buddy. I feel like these will be much easier to knock out since we're not looking for specific colors, but shapes instead. Okay, let's see where that got us. So that got us at 4 out of 5 oval gems, and we still need 5 square gems. So we're gonna head down here.
Whoa, it's almost as sunny as Agrabah.
Gonna see if this rock has gems in it back here. No, it doesn't, so we're not gonna
This valley is
try and shimmy our way back there. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head up to the meadow and see if we can collect some square gems. Alright, we've got all of our oval gems. I want to see if those count for square. They don't. Okay.
Everyone here has a dream, just like me.
right, we just reached level 3 with sadness. Alright, I'm gonna just see if any of the... There's one that has gems. Alright, we're gonna try this one first. Then the other one that we're gonna go get should have emeralds, which are square, so that will knock off one of our square gems that we still need. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and eat some food to give us some more energy.
Everything's check.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and head up to the Forgotten Lands so we can see if we can mine some diamonds. Alright. So, if I remember correctly, that would be 2 out of 5 diamonds that we have collected. Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and track that one, but while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and collect the one for oval gems. And then we're going to move on over here. Looks like we've got some amethyst in this one, which is a square gem, so we'll get to knock another one of those out.
What is with this neighborhood?
Alright, so that's all the rock spots here in the Forgotten Lands, so we're going to move down to the Sunlit Plateau. One of our new duties is to feed the sunbirds their favorite food, so we're going to collect some flowers while we're down here, and then mine the rock spots as well. Alright. Alright, we're going to hit up these next 3 rock spots, and we're going to go feed the sunbird, and then we're going to go into the mines, and hopefully we can... Alright, level 4 with sadness. And then hopefully in the mines we can complete our square gems, since both sapphires and rubies are square. And so far I've only seen 2 sunbirds, so we're going to feed both of those sunbirds, and then we'll feed the rest of the flowers to whichever one we feed last. Alright, so it looks like we have spent our 20 minutes with sadness. So once we finish collecting all of our gems, we will go ahead and get a fishing buddy, since one of our tasks is to catch some seafood. Alright, so now I need to go collect one more flower so we can knock out the 5 sunbirds. And I don't see any more sunbirds than just those 2. So we'll head back over to this one. Why isn't this working? Oh, my bad. It's the house leeks that are their favorite food, not the other flowers. So, I need to go pick some house leeks and do that again.
Did you know books are the windows to the world? I wonder what the doors are. Probably doors.
Alright, because I had a brain fart and didn't realize that house leeks were their favorite, I went ahead and went to my house to get some house leeks so that way I could go ahead and get this finished off camera, since we watched me go ahead and do it. Why is this not working? We might just come back to that one altogether. I'm so confused. Okay, let's try this one more time. You know what? Let's just do this. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with the sunbirds and their favorite food. I'm wondering if I now have to feed 5 different sunbirds, since I have fed the same 2 sunbirds at least 10 different flowers and it's still not registering past 2. So we're just going to go ahead and move on from that one, and we are going to go into the mines and hopefully knock out our square gems. Alright, so we only need to get one more square gem and then we'll be done with this duty. I'm not sure why sapphires aren't registering as square gems, because they are in fact square gems. Alright, so we should be able to get our last square gem with this rock. And we did. Joy sure does move very slowly. Alright, so with that, we're going to go ahead and collect our spend time with a sorrowful emotion, mine for square gems. Next, we need to catch fish and gold ripples, mine for something shiny. We're not going to feed the sunbirds. And then mine for white gems. So let's just go ahead and cast around for seafood. And we're going to go ahead and stop hanging out with sadness.
It's good that you're here. Sometimes I just need to slow down and assess over the way.
And then once we get out of the mines, we're going to go ahead and find a fishing buddy.
Boy, howdy.
No, it's not what I wanted to do. We'll pick those up once we eat these. Alright, let's see if I got a fisher around here.
I hope there aren't any ruffians around.
Alright, we're just gonna go get Scrooge, because you can always find Scrooge in his shop. Alright, he is upstairs. I'm really not sure who I'm talking to. Nope, don't want to talk to her. Why are they all one character? Alright. Can y'all move, please? Alright, there goes Peter Pan. No, I don't want to talk to you, Mother Gothel. I want to talk to... You know what? Sometimes this game just really likes to make me angry. Alright, let's hang out.
I can't wait to show Remy my new recipe.
Like with the square gems, let's talk about that for a second. Make it make sense of why some square gems are considered square gems and then others aren't. Like, I don't get it. Am I supposed to get it? I don't know. Oh, I forgot I changed that function. Hold on. Well, let's just go back to fishing and how I'm not very great at it. We're going to try one more time. I think I understand now. Oh my gosh, that makes fishing so much easier once you know what you're doing. Okay then. Alright, so while we're casting around for seafood, we're going to also fish in the gold bubbles as well, so we can knock those out. I don't know if this is considered a gold bubble or not, so we're going to see. Let's see if that counts as that is a gold ripple. Okay. So now I will say casting for seafood's probably going to take us a little bit longer than normal. Just because not everything that you catch in the ocean is considered seafood. So, also, is that even the fish that I just caught? I don't know. Anyways. Man, I wish I knew about this hold button for fishing a long time ago. It makes it so much easier. I don't think there are any bubbles down there. Let's go back behind this house. There should be another bubble back here. Oh, oops. See, guys, it's going to take me a second to get used to it. Scrooge McDuck is just embarrassed to be fishing with me right now. Alright, we got our first shrimp, which is our first seafood. Alright, so we're going to go to the other side of the beach and see if there are any bubbles over here. There is one here. So we're going to fish in it, and then we are going to work our way up to the Glades of Trust. I believe the squids are up there, and those should count as seafood. And then we'll also... and we'll test our luck. Also fish in some more gold ripples. Yeah. Bless me. Okay. I don't remember what color bubble squids normally come out of. But I know it's definitely not white ones. But that's not what I wanted to do. I also don't know if a lobster counts as seafood either. Oh, we got a squid. Oh, I don't have any companions. I might need to do that. Let's just drop this for now. Thank you, Scrooge. So that was a blue bubble that we got the squid out of. So while we're here, let me go ahead and add some companions so we can get some more room We're going to add our fox because he is a fishing companion, and I think he's the only fishing companion that I have. But I also think the sea turtles, yep, give us seafood. So we're going to go ahead and add him. All right, so now that we have more room, we're going to go ahead and pick that up and then use it so that way it is out of our inventory. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's a Monsters Inc. motive. Okay. Or motif, however you want to pronounce it. Potato, potato. All right, let's go see. Ooh, here's a gold bubble. Let's fish there. If we can make it in the gold bubble. All right, we caught us a lobster. And a lobster does count as seafood. So that is super helpful. Okay, let's go over here and see if we can catch a squid. All right, we are cooking with grease. All right. That is not a gold one. Let's go see if we have one over here. Oh, here's a blue one. And then there's a gold one. All right, got us another squid. Let's go fish in this gold bubble. All right, got us another lobster. All right, I want to check one thing real quick and see. No, it just tells you where they are, not what kind of bubble they come out of. Okay. All right, let's head back this way and see if any of these bubbles have changed colors or if they are all still our regular white bubbles. Looks like they are all regular white bubbles. Let's go see if we have any blue bubbles down here. Let me go ahead and eat some food so I can glide. Oh, there's some blue bubbles right there. This should be a shrimp. Oh man. You would think that after I've done it this many times that I would get used to it, but no. Still no. Alright, sweet. Got us another shrimp. Alright. Let's see if we have any more blue bubbles. All right. I believe we... Wait. Oh my gosh. It's because we've been catching seafood. It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. Okay, so with that, we're going to go to different biomes and fish in their gold ripples, because then those will register as fish. Again, try and knock out 2 tasks with 1 stone, but it's just not working for us. All right. Thank you. That's a blue bubble. That's a white bubble. Let's go up here and see if we have any. Yep, we got one over here.
Meeting someone like you gives me hope.
I don't remember what comes out of the orange bubble up here. I think crabs come out of the blue ones. Right, that's right. A white sturgeon comes out of the orange ones. Let's see. Yep, we got a blue bubble back here, which should be a crab, which should also count as seafood. So, let's go ahead and do this one. Alright, and it does count for seafood, so we're gonna go to the Forgotten Lands and fish in those orange bubbles. Also, if you have a, that's not even in the bubble. If you make a fishing potion, or one that goes for your fishing rod, I believe it turns all bubbles into gold bubbles. Okay, more water over here. With some blue bubbles. We don't necessarily need blue bubbles. I don't know if squid are caught. They are. So let's just fish in the blue one. It's probably a squid, which will go towards our seafood. That's not seafood. But that did register our 5 gold ripples. So let's go ahead and collect that. And then I think that's where we're going to end this episode here today. I hope you guys enjoyed it and see you in the next one. Bye.